now that I've opened to your influence for more than 20 years, I'm finding some of the results, finding some results related to things we talked about a long time ago. Specifically in this case about programming and getting rid of outmoded programming, eliminating and replacing. So my question is, do you observe in practitioners a process where they eliminate old programs or otherwise manage conditions and improve on them over time?
Well, people grow up. They outgrow what they was, right, or who they were. Because it's a matter of what was before, and now we're talking about what is now. So you got the what was, who is now, who was then, and then what needs to be. So it's not even about what is, as much as what is the is relative to what was is what really needs to be. So then we're working on the creation of from what was to maybe the modification or upgrade to what is, right? That's maybe progression. And then from here, since nothing stays the same, and you're gonna change anyway because it's the nature of time and matter, energy, space, and time is change. Then you need to handle what you're becoming now, and whether or not what was is what you need it to be, that maybe you want to still be, or maybe you know you can't be, and now you know you shouldn't be, and you need to be something more. So we outgrow karmas and conditions in order to expand our horizons or intelligence. In some cases, you got to go to new books, you got to go to new movies, you got to go to new ideas. See, to expand your ever expansive potential of human intelligence, which is more infinite than finite. That is to say, there's always room for more in your case or in one's consciousness. We can absorb a lot more. We can receive and hear a lot more than we can use. See? Maybe we use a particle of, like the mountains we have assumed we wanted to know about. Maybe we can retain that much. But the mind is still vast because the mind is connected to the universe. As I say, the heart is the universe. But we haven't begun yet. What you know is nothing. What you're knowing is nothing. So what you can ultimately know is nothing. Lots of it, plenty of it. It's called everything. Right?
So how would you characterize the time between when the student hears the realization and eventually, let's say, puts it into practice?
Well, you're talking about the concept, right? You hear a concept. You hear about the realization. That's the first stage, right? Introduction to the realization. Right? You hear about the theory in the beginning. You hear all the ideas of what it is to practice, what it is to sit and meditate and have a, let's say, deeper state. But you're not, your karma doesn't allow you to, in all cases, assume that. Say, well, I learned about that. I've been studying that for years. It took me 10 years to learn how to sit properly, let alone focus my intelligence on emptiness or nothingness, openness, radiance, consciousness itself. Years to do each little nudge in the direction of expansion, let's say, right? Realization, potential. So, some take more time, some take no time. Some hear it to do it. Some hear it to get it. And before the thought is this passing through their mind, they got it. They hear it, they know it already. Like music. Some people hear it, got it. 100%. Right? They know what to do with it. 100%. Don't need to refer to the books. Forget about the books. You just know what to do with it. Mm-hmm. Boom. It happens right of itself. So there's no time. Others need time for their stages and their pace of development, learning, processing, and growing. And neither is bad or good. It is what it is for the individual. Comment.
Is there a way to accelerate that process?
Of course there's a way to accelerate it. Focus. need to accelerate it. Step it up. Step it up. Intensify it. Get to the source. If you're afraid of the teacher, right? And you feel you have to run away from the teacher, right? Run away. But if you want to step it up, come right up to the teacher, look it in the face and say, yeah, I want to know what you is. What is you? Guru, what is you? Reveal yourself to me, Guru. Lay it on me, man or woman, lay it on me. I'm right here. Let me have it. Boom. And you may get what you're asking for. It may be high pressure, right? Very high intensity. It may be fierce interaction, right? It may be an awakening, shock from the teacher. A whack, so to speak, not physical, but a whack, a mental whack. Whatever it takes, it could be to step it up. But you have to be open to it. Sometimes it comes without you being open to it and without you having anything of that kind of, let's say, reaction from the teacher in your mind. Say, no, I've been nice, do everything cool, and all of a sudden, boom! Through the grace of the Spirit, yeah, you get the whack and you wake up. And whatever the time was that you were experiencing is gone. There's no time anymore. You're just present, coming.
So when one, let's say, internalizes the realization, would you say they become the realization?
That's the beginning of it. You have to practice it. You have to absorb it. You have to know what it is. You have to work with it. You have to work on yourself in terms of clearing yourself for that realization to have reality in you. See? You have to know what you've been and what you've been doing with your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your urges for better and for worse, your biology, and so on, body, mind, and emotions and memories. You have to know what that garbage is already. And you say, no, I don't need that. Now I want to go from the street person to, let's say, the business person, right? Then I want to go from the business person to the philosophic person. Then I want to go from the philosophic person to the yogic person. Then I want to go from the yogic person to the transcendent person. And then I want to go poof.